traders, welcome to the market caller for today, the 11th of August 2025. We're excited to have you all here. My name is CJ and I'm going to be taking you on the first part of today's market caller. On today's market caller, we're going to be taking a good look at the dollar index, Euro USD, GBP USD, gold against the dollar, the yen basket, GBP JPY, Euro JPY, and USD JPY, as you can see arranged on the right side of my screen. If you're watching us from YouTube or from Zoom, a wonderful morning to you. Feel free to ask your questions during the period of the market caller. You can always make your own suggestions or your own contributions as per the analysis we are making, and then you can also make other comments that are related to what we're discussing this morning during the market caller. We're going to be having a wonderful time analyzing the chart with you all, and I hope you all are geared up for a wonderful and blissful trading week today. So we're going to commence straight away with the market caller as we look at the dollar index. Now, looking at the dollar index, we have already analyzed as for last week's analysis that we were expecting to see a breakout structure that would let us know that the dollar index is ready and willing to start buying to the upside, and we established that last week. Even though we saw the sell that happened for the most part of last week, we knew that it was all for this retracement to the downside. So we're expecting to see the retracement coming to the downside all the way to this level, so we can use our Fibonacci retracement to mark it out, and then we'll see that price is really retracing or has really retraced all the way to this level here, filling up at least 50% of this fair value gap. So let's look at that together. Let me remove the previous chart markups so that what we have here is now clear. So you can see that this was the fair value gap right here, and looks like price has filled it up and is ready to move to the upside. So at this point now, we're expecting a resumption of the trend back to the upside. We're expecting price to resume back to the upside, seeing that it has retraced as much. So you can see that this is below 50% level, and usually when we want to mark out retracement like this, we want to be sure that it gets to a good level, either below 50% or somewhere around 50%, so that we can confirm that price has retraced as much as we wanted. So seeing price at this point gives us more confidence to approach the chart, knowing that it has retraced as much. So at this point, we're looking forward to seeing the bullish rally on the dollar index. So we're expecting the dollar index to buy all the way to the upside. Okay, so this is what we're expecting to happen all the way to this level. So from here, we're expecting dollar index to buy. The only thing that may attract the dollar index further downwards is if we see price moving towards this other block. So if we see price moving towards this other block, then we know that this is not the final resting place for the dollar sell. This might be final resting place. So we're willing to give this a shot to see price resume back to the upside from here, or trade all the way to this downside. So we're looking to see something like this, or we might see another like this, where price will retrace here and then resume back upward. So these are the two things we're looking forward to see on the dollar index. So any of these two, once it happens, then we'll be taking the trades in that line. So for this particular place where price is, what I would want to see further as a better sign is that we would want to see if we start seeing reversal signs, and we're seeing something like that. To see that since price had been selling, it got to this level and then it lost momentum a bit, so it doesn't have as much momentum to continue going down as it had when it first started the sell, and then secondly when it got to all these places here. So we're expecting that price would possibly retrace from here or reverse from here and then continue trading to the upside. So this is one of the possibilities in the market this morning. So we're expecting to see price do any of these two, and then we'll be trading it in line with our analysis so far. So for this morning, we're expecting a bullishness on the dollar. We're expecting the dollar to buy from our first point of interest, as we've seen on the higher time frame. So if it continues buying from here, then there's no issue. We're going to trade it all the way to the upside, okay, because it's in line with our analysis. But if it happens to create another round of sell, then we know there's a daily order block here, which is a potential target. So this morning, the summary of the dollar index analysis is clear bullishness. We're expecting bullishness on the dollar index, okay. All right, so let's move over to Euro USD and then GBP USD. Now, seeing where how dollar index has been reacting, we're expecting Euro USD to do quite the opposite. So let's clear our charts as usual before we proceed for the new week analysis on Euro USD. So looking at Euro USD on the higher time frame, we're expecting to see it sell off as much as we have seen the dollar index preparing for. Right, so for the Euro USD on the higher time frame, we're expecting to see it sell off just the way we're seeing the dollar index preparing for a buy. So if you look at it on the daily time frame, it has also filled up the fair value gap, playing out a similar thing to what Euro USD to what the dollar index has been doing. So you can see that right here, the dollar Euro USD has traded into the fair value gap, even filled it to the very point, and now it is preparing to retrace to the downside. So this is what we're expecting on Euro USD, and we're hoping to see it play out according to our analysis. So you've seen that Euro USD has created a new sell trend or a new sell swing right here to the downside. It has retraced properly all the way to this level here. So as you can see, there is about 78.6 level where Euro USD has traded to. So we're expecting a sell-off to the downside afterwards. Now, if you look at it on the 4-hour time frame as well, you see that it has retraced into this level right here, very close to this point here. And right now it is preparing to continue selling to the downside. So Euro USD is in a very, very, very good place to sell. So I'm very in on the Euro USD sell this morning. If you look at the 1-hour time frame as well, you see that it's already making that sign. It has not broken previous highs. Instead, it ranged a little around here, showing a sign of low volatility or low momentum in the buy, and then also showing signs that the sell start coming in for a sell to the downside. That is what I'm looking forward to on Euro USD this week. So we're looking forward to sell-offs on Euro USD all the way to the downside. Okay, so for today's trade, we're looking to see how Euro USD is going to react off today's trade, and then we're expecting a sell. So that Euro USD in the Asian session struggled to break the high of last week's. All right, so the high. This is the high of Friday. This is the high of last week, which is somewhere around here. It came out on Thursday. Euro USD is struggling to break it, and if Euro USD struggles to break it, that means if it struggles and does not break it, then we're expecting a downpour. We're expecting it to sell off big time all the way to the downside. So Euro USD on the lower time frame, we're still expecting a sell. Now let's look out for entries on the Euro USD sell. So if it plays out according to what we've analyzed, then we'll be selling it all the way to the downside. So let's look out for possible entries that Euro USD might be giving us for today. So let's start off with the 15 minutes time frame. Now, if you look at the 15 minutes time frame, you might not see anything so much. So in the case of this 15 minutes time frame, what I would want to do in this particular case is to draw out the low, right? This low here. You can draw out this low, or you can mark out the low of Asian session. Okay, so either of the two would serve. You can draw out any of these two lows and wait to see Euro USD break it. Now, one thing that I'm sure would happen if and when Euro USD breaks it is that it's going to break it to the downside and then retrace. So I'm expecting Euro USD to break here all the way to the downside and then retrace before selling off moving forward. So this is what I'm expecting on Euro USD. A sell off to the downside and then a retracement afterwards. Okay, so this is my anticipation. This is my projection on Euro USD. So I want to see something like this. I see it break into here and then maybe retrace to this level before selling. This way I'm going to get more confirmation on the trade. Seeing that price has not given any confirmation as per this new week that we're in, I would wait for one. So I want to see it retrace, I want to see it break here, retrace, and then sell off to the downside after. Okay, so this is our outlook on Euro USD. Now, let's move to the next one, which is GBP USD. So for GBP USD on the daily time frame, just as we're expecting Euro USD and the dollar index to sell off, you can also see that GBP USD on the daily time frame is making that same, looking like it's going to make that same move. Because if you also make this, if you've seen that it's already on the down trace level here, you see that GBP USD has already started showing signs because it's in a premium zone, and that is a good zone to sell. So we're expecting it to sell off from this level. So the levels we're expecting GBP USD to sell off from is first this fair value gap, and then secondly is this order block. Right now it has traded into the fair value gap. The next thing we're expecting is for it to sell off from the order block all the way to the downside. So this is what I'm expecting to happen on GBP USD, sell off from this fair value gap or sell off from this other block. So from daily time frame, GBP USD is looking like it's in a good place to sell. However, considering 2 points of interest from the daily time frame, so we'll narrow it down to the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame to get clearer perspective. Now, looking at where GBP USD is, it's traded into this fair value gap right here on the 4-hour time frame, and then it's looking like it's rejecting off that place. So right now, I'll just need a confirmation from the lower time frame to sell off GBP USD. Now, if you also look at the 1-hour time frame, you see that price had already peaked this morning and then traded a little higher than the high of last week. So I'm expecting a clear sell-off of GBP USD after seeing what I've just shown you right now. So for you, if you'd want to take more confirmation on GBP USD, then you might as well wait for this level, because looking at how price is dropping down heavily, we've seen that momentum might be resuming to the downside. So you might not be able to catch a good trade from here. So you can just wait for similar thing to what we're looking out for on Euro USD, break of this level, return here, and then continuation to the downside. Okay, so this is what I'm expecting to play out on GBP USD, break, a return, and then a continuation all the way to the downside. So if this plays out, then good and fine. We'll be taking advantage of the play on GBP USD. So for GBP USD this morning, I'm expecting a clear sell, and I'm hoping that it plays out according to plan and we sell it all the way to the downside. But if you're able to see any entry signature along the way before price breaks here, then it's good. You can take a first entry. But in case you do not see any entry signature printing out, then you just wait for price to break and then you return to this level. Okay, when it returns, then we'll be taking our sell from there. So this is my bias on GBP USD and Euro USD. I'm expecting sales at least for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm expecting sales on GBP and Euro USD. For the dollar index, I'm expecting buys on it at least from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay, so this is what I'm expecting to happen on GBP USD and then on Euro USD. Okay, so thank you very much. We'll be moving over for a short break, and then when we return, we're going to be analyzing gold. We're going to be analyzing the yen basket and then the yen pair. So these are the things that we have coming up for you in a short while. So stay tuned. In the next 30 seconds, we'll resume the analysis for gold and for the yen pairs.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the MarketColour brought to you by the trading team. Hello, good morning. Once again, welcome back to the MarketColour brought to you by the Value Flow Trading team. That's a very good analysis for the dollar index and also the dollar correlated pair, which has also given us some level of leverage for us to see clearly what we are going to be expecting on the precious metal particularly. All right, so let's quickly look metals. We move straight to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket and the other yen correlated here. All right. So let's start time for the precious metal. In a bullish trend for a long April of this year particularly, right? So we are going to see consolidation. So we buy at discount and sell at premium of the consolidation. Now, last week we expect the precious metal to rally a bit into a 4-hour high, and then we to short all the way to the low of this range. But what we saw was knowing fully that the liquidity was not really much, all right? And that is what we are seeing on the 4-hour time frame. This is the daily time frame here, and on the 4-hour time frame, I want to believe everyone can hear me loud and clear. Please, can you hear me clearly now, please? Let me know if you can hear me clearly now.
Yes, it's clearer now.
Is it much better, please? If you can hear me loud and clear now, I think it should be much better now, please. All right, I can hear loud and clear, and I want to know if you can hear me loud and clear now, okay? So if you can hear me loud and clear, just continue this way. We have the 4-hour at this particular order block that. So for the 4-hour time frame for the precious metal, price to trade all the way into this 4-hour order weekly time frame initially, and lasting all the way to the downside. So where are we? Still come all the way into this 4-hour, into the 4-hour order block. What should we now look out for? Yes, the first thing we should look out for is go to our 4-hour, our 1-hour time frame to go and look for sell entries on the 1 hour. And as you can see, price is a bit, there is a lot of clumsy move around this zone here. So one thing we should wait and see is, I'm of the opinion price is coming all the way to take out this liquidity point that we have here, this low here, and that is what price is currently attempting right now. So when price takes out this level, let's look for opportunity to long the precious metal somewhere here at this order block, the 3-minute order block that we have here. So I believe when price gets here, this should be our first shot for the week for the buy, and the buy is just all the way to this 4-hour POI here that we have. So all the way into this 4-hour POI. When price gets to this 4-hour POI, we want to upload and look for opportunity to sell back down again. And know the reason why we are buying and also selling within this zone is because we are in a daily range. So the daily range is giving us something about 3,000 pips. All right, so we should just take advantage of that and move within it. So what we are going to look out for is price coming all the way into this 1 hour POI that we have here, which is this order block on the 1 hour time frame. So when price get there, what should we expect to form? The bullish engulfing candle. When it forms within this POI, then we can easily buy from there all the way to this 4 hour time frame. So that is that looking at the precious metal, meaning what we are expecting to see is when price gets into this order block zone, we look for bullish engulfing pattern, and when we see it, we buy all the way into this 4 hour time frame, and that is about almost 1:9. All right, but if you just want to do your 1:3 or 1:4, you can just easily get it and move, particularly targeting the high of today. So I'm expecting price to come and tap into this 1 hour order block, give us our entry signature. When it prints, we buy all the way to clear this first at the high of the day. Then we target the 4 hour liquidity order block zone as our second take profit level. All right, and when price get to that zone 2, we look for opportunity to sell within this zone with our SL just above this liquidity point here. So this is what we are looking out for on the precious metal for the week. So our whole move for the week, something similar. Let's sell all the way here, then we buy back up. When we get here, we look for opportunity to short all the way down. Now the sell from this level is coming to take up liquidity around this zone, and that is a very clean move. We should also anticipate price coming all the way to take up liquidity around the 3,300 level. Okay, so that is what we should look out for the week for the precious metal. All right, so that is that. Let's quickly get to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket, and from there we look for opportunity to see what we can do with the yen correlated pair. For the yen basket, if you look at it from the weekly time frame, we are still very much within that consolidation too, particularly looking forward to price, taking out this liquidity point and tapping into our weekly POI, which is this fair value gap here. And when price taps into it, we are going long just the way we have this swing, and it's going to be a massive one all the way to the upside. And you're going to see the confirmation of this expectation on the yen basket, on the yen correlated pair. We already see some POIs that has been already built up, expecting price to get into it, and we resume the sell off of the other yen correlated pairs. But before then, what exactly are we seeing currently right now on the daily and the other lower time frame? On the daily time frame, it looks much like we are having more of a market structure shift within this zone, but the overall bias still remains. We still expect it to push a little bit down, and this is just structure within structure. All right, and you can see this is more like a sweep of liquidity here, which is a bust pattern, and within the break, so we expect price to come. It has came all the way, price came all the way to this level, and we expect it to start buying all the way back up. But looking at what we are looking forward to happen on the weekly time frame, our overall bias is still that the yen basket should still come and take out liquidity here before the final release. But let's go to the lower time frame to see what exactly is our expectation right now. As you can see on Friday, on Thursday rather, we see a very sharp move all the way to the upside on the yen basket, giving us a level of market structure shift on the 4-hour time frame. And we can see how that price retraced all the way. We draw your Fibonacci retracement from this level. This should be around the 61.8 level. All right, so that is it, where price pull back into and wants to continue this bullish move to the upside. But let's go to 1-hour time frame to see. And even looking at what we have on the screen right now, you are going to observe we still have POIs resting below. So this is just more like a pullback for price to properly come all the way down. And you can see right now we still have some levels here that we expect price to still come into with some other conferences. We have fair value gap here. We have our validated order block somewhere here. So this is a typical bust pattern on this 4-hour time frame of the yen basket. All right, and I'm still of the opinion price should still sell all the way into this zone, then we start buying up again. So if this is what we have been seeing on the yen basket, what should we now look out for? What does it translate on the other yen correlated pair, because it's more like a gauge for us to know what to do on the other yen correlated pair. First, for GBP JPY. On GBP JPY, particularly on the daily time frame, we are going to observe our POI where we still want to see a very strong sell. But I mean, for this last move, we are expecting price to still come and tap into this daily POI here, which is this fair value gap at the top. Although it built like double top here, and we expect price to still, go all the way and take out this double top, then tap into this daily POI and we start selling to the downside. That is the long-term view of GBP JPY. But if you look at it from the 4-hour time frame, we are going to observe that yes, we are seeing structure being shifted to the downside, and even we are seeing box pattern forming around this level. But price is shying away from the entry of the box pattern. Now, this is what we are looking out for to see right now, because we already see market structure shift. And if you pay attention very well to what our expectation on GBP USD as analyzed by CG, we are expecting more of a bearish move on GBP USD between today and Wednesday, because of the structure we already have. Now, looking at the same thing on GBP JPY, we have some sell structure on GBP JPY, and the first entry we'll be looking out for is price coming. We already see the box pattern formed somewhere here, and this is it. If you look at it very well, this is the shoulder. We've seen the sweep and we've seen the break, so we are expecting price to come all the way and tap into the shoulder here. We see how the price moved closely to that level and did not stop there before coming all the way down. But I'm still of the opinion this may just be a clear move of the day, and we can still see price pull back properly into that level. Particularly if you look at somewhere here, you can see there is liquidity at this top, which is the Asian high of 2 weeks ago, Friday on the 1st of August. Friday, 1st of August, price went and create liquidity around that level. So we are most likely going to see price retrace all the way into the POI. Then we will now see proper sell. This is what I'm expecting us to see anytime soon, like price coming all the way in, first tap into this level and start selling, or at most get to take out liquidity here and start selling all the way back down into the buy POI too. So when price gets to the buy POI, you can see this is another boss pattern formed already on the 1-hour time frame for the buy. So I believe this is going to be the move that is going to go all the way to our daily POI for the sell. When price sell all the way to this level, then we can now begin to buy back up to the daily POI. Remember, the daily POI still remains this zone that we have somewhere around this place, which is this level here. So that is our approach to GBP JPY for the day. And lastly, for Euro JPY, let's quickly take a look at Euro JPY and see what is going on Euro JPY too. Now, if you look at Euro JPY, you are going to observe this is it from the daily time frame. Euro JPY, what we have played out on GBP JPY, Euro JPY already achieved its own goal, but on this daily time frame, which is this fair value gap and this order block. Euro JPY already tapped into it and start selling. So Euro JPY is just waiting for others to get to their own level and start selling. And that's why when GBP JPY gets to that zone and the yen basket clears that level we are expecting it to get to, then we are going to see Euro JPY fall massively faster than the other pairs. All right. So right now, what exactly should we now do for today and tomorrow on the Euro JPY trade? Because we already see a tap into the POI for the sell and it's already selling to the downside. You can see it's already selling, but the momentum is not really there because of the other pairs which are still lagging. So they move in terms of basket. All right. So if you look at it from the 4-hour time frame, we already see our boss pattern. This is the shoulder here, and we already see price market structure shift, first, second, and even third, approaching third. So now price pushing all the way back up to come and target this high. But we are going to go to 1-hour time frame to see where exactly is our entry on the 1-hour time frame. So if you look at it very well, our entry on the 1-hour time frame is this shoulder here, and that is why we have that level marked out somewhere here. All right, this is it somewhere here. Okay, So we are expecting price to still come all the way to this level. So all this move we are seeing to the downside, if we see entry signature to join, we would. But the overall move that we are expecting for the week is price should come all the way here. When price get there, then we can easily begin to sell to the downside. All right. So that is it for the Euro JPY and also the other yen correlated pair. That is our entry. But right now, if we go to 15 minutes to see what exactly is forming on the 15 minutes, we are going to observe that there is no entry at all. All we just see is price forming some level of consolidation here, create Asian high, couldn't take it out and start collapsing to the downside. So where exactly should we now look out for to join moving forward? So I'm seeing something here. We are most likely going to see price come and take out the Friday low. Last week Friday low, price may come all the way there to take out last week Friday low. And when price gets there, we should look out for, if we see our entry pattern somewhere here, then we can easily take it up to the upside. So it's just going to be around maybe 12, or just be benevolent enough and give it about 15 pips. All right, and target all the way to our 1 hour POI. Okay, so that is it for the yen basket and also for the yen correlated pair, and in addition to the precious metal. So if there's any question, I would like to take some questions this morning before we call it a day. We'll go back to our chat and go and wait for opportunities and take them as much as they show up. All right. So if there's any question, quickly type in the chat box before we call it a day. If there's no question, this is going to be the end of the market color for this London session brought to you by the Value Flow Trading team. Till we meet again in the afternoon.
Please.
All right, go ahead.
I want to speak with you people. I don't know, I've tried several times. The channel, Telegram channel, I cannot send message. They don't allow me to send message. I want to discuss with you people on the boot camp issue or something like that.
Oh, all right. So you can okay, for the Telegram channel, probably your phone was hacked, and that is the only reason why someone won't be able to, send message to the Telegram channel. All right, that is the only reason why you won't be able to send message there. But you can always reach out to us on our, 0995030. All right, so 08160995030 is our office line. You can easily reach out to us. Exactly. So that's it in the chat box there. So just reach out to us in the chat box. We can easily get across and we'll get everything you need. So say, can I get the link to the Telegram channel? Just go to academic. I'm going to type it right away in the chat box so you can easily do that. MarketColour/TDA. You get point now. MarketColour/TDA. Just go there. You can easily join the Telegram channel. Or you can also reach out to us on this WhatsApp contact here. Then we will definitely add you up to the Telegram channel. We'll send you the link to join the Telegram channel. All right. So you are welcome, sir. So if there's no further question, this is going to be the end of the market call brought to you by the Value Flow Trading team for the London session. Let's meet again by 2 p.m. for the New York session to see what exactly has played out in the market and also what are the opportunities we can get in the market. Make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy for this week. Once again, I'm Lekon Shemi. Cheers and God bless.